Who am I? Well, my name is Rick Frank, the man with two first names, aka the Digital Prophet. That's who I am. I do photography and a little bit of branding concepts behind the photography and artistic photography. So, yeah. What I love about it is the fact that when I'm behind the lens and I'm actually taking pictures of it could be a person, it could be an inanimate object, it could be any of that, it could be anything really. But when I'm behind the lens and I am taking pictures of something, I do the old adage or the old saying that the camera would steal your soul. Way back when, right? They take the cameras to the tribes or even people had never seen them before, and they were afraid, right? They were afraid that the camera would steal their soul. Okay, we all know it doesn't do that, but I feel like I can see a little deeper into my subject whenever I take photos of them. It allows me the chance to. It's hard to describe the process I go through, but it allows me the chance to see more to what that object is. And that's really the best way I can say it. So it's like I see a little deeper into it. So even if it's a car or if it's a house, I can see certain lines and certain angles when I'm behind the lens and actually capturing those photos. If it's a person, I can see a little bit more about them, their emotions, what makes them who they are, what they're doing at the time, right? So that's really what sparked the interest. I picked up the camera, started taking photos, but when I started feeling that and seeing that even produced in my images, that's what kept me going. Oh man, I've been taking photos for probably 15 years, off and on, doing photography. Back in the day, I didn't know that's what I was doing. I was just taking photos. I enjoyed that. Everywhere I went, I would, back then I didn't have a digital camera, so I'd buy a point and shoot or whatever. But actively really doing photography, that I would say for a true passion, hobby / now, full-time career job, it's been, now I'm bad with numbers, so it's been 10 years, 7 years is when I really got serious and started investing in some equipment. So about 7 years is when I started, really investing into it.
What advice could you offer somebody that's new to photography?
Oh man, you got about 2 hours? No, I'm kidding. I tell you, I teach photography as well, and I teach I get a lot of age range in my classes, but the first thing I would say is it's not about the gear. It really isn't. It's about your eye, right? So I feel a connection between myself and the subject. I feel like I can analyze and see a little deeper into that subject. That may be different for someone else, but you have to find that passion. You have to find that eye. That's what I call the eye. That can't be taught, but you have to find that. And the way to find that is maybe kind of a boring answer for people, but just shoot a lot. Take your camera everywhere you go. Whatever camera you have, take it, shoot. I used to go on bike rides. Take my bike, not motorcycle, and I'd pedal, and I'd go out on the trails wherever I was at and just take my camera and take pictures of plants and mushrooms and cats and whatever I could. And I got a lot of boring, pictures that didn't mean anything, but it helped me to develop an eye. So that's the first thing I would say is it's not about the equipment, it's about the eye. And that is only developed through doing it a lot, because the more you do it and the more you see what you produce. So you take a picture and you see what you produce. You take a picture, you see what you produce. You do that thousands and thousands of times, you'll develop an eye. And that can't be taught. And then you can take a picture with a cell phone at that point, and you're good. So it's first that. That's what I would tell people when they're first starting out. Develop your eye. Find out what you're passionate about. It may be everything. I'm passionate about it. I love taking photos of everything, right? But find out what your passion is and develop your eye on that. And the equipment's going to change no matter what. It changes every 6 months. The new one comes out, right? So you'll have a lot of fun trying to keep up with equipment, but you'll always have your eye.